Today, guys, in math, we're still going to be working on drawing those arrays in Seesaw. So what I've done is I'm recording from Seesaw so you can see how to do it with bigger numbers. We're going to use only 2-digit times 2-digit today instead of 2-digit times 1-digit. So, but it's the exact same thing, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is look at your equation. So we have 16 times 15. And that's the first thing I'm going to do, just like yesterday. I'm going to count and decide 16 is the bigger number, so I'm going to put that one across the top because there's more squares. And I'm going to count over 10 first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's 10. Let's switch colors. And then 10 plus 6 would give me 16. So then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 16, because that equals 16 when I add them together. And then I need to count 15 going down. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only working in groups of 10. And then there's 5. So then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and 10 plus 5 gives me 15. So there's my 16 across, 15 going down. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab my shape tool again, and I'm going to grab my rectangle, and I'm going to line up this all the way across my blue ones, and then I'm going to go all the way down until I have all 10 covered going down also. So that what I have created, let's make it transparent. What I've created is, if we were talking about base 10 blocks, this would be a flat. And if you remember, a flat is worth 100. And I can go ahead and label that. That's my flat. All right. So now let's switch colors. Let's get another rectangle here. Okay, I'm going to come up here. Ooh, let's change it to pink. It kind of goes with my writing. And I'm going to cover up just, see how I had to peek and look, just the squares that are 6 across. And I'm going to go all the way down here. Let's make it transparent so we can see through it. And I'm going to cover all this space. Now, if I were building these with base 10 blocks, if I was building them with base 10 blocks, what I would really be doing, let's see if I can do this here, is these would really be split into rods. Okay, so that this would represent, so let me write on there, 10 would be 20, this one would be 30, 40, 50, 60, because each of these strips are worth 10. Because this is a 10 by 6 array, and 10 times 6 equals 60. So that's how you get the 60, okay? So now I need another rectangle to go down here. Okay, let's do this one like in a purple color. Okay, and then I'm only going to go, I have 5 down, I'm only going to go 10 across, which is where this first square stopped. Right? So now in here I have rods, and I have 5 of them, 5 rods. And if I have 5 rods, 5 times 10, that gives me, I keep trying to write with my pen, sorry, that gives me 50. Or if I wanted to count them individually, that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right? But I have this weird space over here. And yesterday, when we wrote our definition of array, okay, we had to have equal rows and equal columns. I cannot have this space just hanging out over here. That doesn't work. So I have to get another rectangle. I don't know, this time let's make it green. Now, I need to make sure and kind of complete this little rectangle so that I have one big rectangle here. Now, when I look at this rectangle, this last one, It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a 6 by 5 array. 6 times 5 gives me 30. All right, or I could count them individually. That would be okay. Now my job is to go back and add all of these pieces up. All right, so I have 100, I have 60, I have 50, and I have 30. So when I add them all up, I get, let's see, that's 11. 11 plus 3, that's 14, and that's 2. So 16 times 15 equals 240. All right, so let's look at one more. All right, so this time I need to make 23 times 16. All right, so I'm going to break up that 23 a little bit, and I'm going to make it a 10, a 10, and a 3. So I'm working with groups of 10. So let's count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, this is going to be a big one. It's going to take up the whole page. Hope I have enough room. So there's 20. Now I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There's my 3. And it's by 16. Okay, so I'm going to go 10 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so there's that. Now I'm ready to start filling in my rectangles. So here's my first rectangle. I'm going to move it up here, and I'm going to go all the way until right before the purple, and I'm going to go all the way down the red. So that gives me my flat. All right, it is a 10 by 10 array, 10 by 10 array. And I know that a flat is worth 100, so I'm going to write 100 here. Okay, so now let's do our next one. Let's get another rectangle here. Change this one to purple. Mine as well. I'm going to go all the way to right before I get to the orange. And then I'm going all the way down to match it up. All right, so again, I have a 10 by 10. This is another flat. So I'm going to label this another 100. All right, let's get another rectangle. Let's change this one to orange. Come over here with my orange, y'all. And I'm going to line it up so only those 3 are colored. And go all the way down to match it up. All right, so now this one, it's 3 across and 10 down. So I could go 10, 20, 30. It'd be like having 3 rods if you're talking about base 10 blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and just label that 30. Okay, so let's go and let's work on the 6 down here on the bottom. Change that one to green. And I'm going to pull this down so that it matches. Ooh, pull it over just so that it's to the first 10. Because I'm trying to make groups of 10 because it makes it easier to count. So now I have a 10 by 6 array. I have 6 groups of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I'm going to label this one 60. Now I've got these big chunks over here that I still got to fill in. So I need another rectangle. Let's just leave this one blue. Why not? I'm going to pull it down over this way to match the purple and down to match the green. All right, so this time I know there's 10 across because there's 10 across on this one. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 again. All right, so I'm going to label that one 60. And then I need one more rectangle to fill in my array because your array has to make a rectangle. Let's change this one to pink. I haven't used pink yet. Sometimes it's easier to line it up that way and then move it. All right, and then let's make it see-through. Perfect. Okay, So this one's a little bit trickier. It's 1, 2, 3 across because that's your 3. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. So 6 times 3. Now, if you don't know what 6 times 3 is, that's okay. You can count the squares. That's perfectly all right. That's why an array is helpful in multiplication. And if you count them, you should have gotten 18. Now's the hard part. You have to add all of these up. So what I would do first is put these together. And I'm going to switch my color so y'all can see it better. And that gives you 200. And kind of combine some of these. Now I know 60 plus 60 is 120. And then I'd probably put my 30 and my 18 together, and that gives me 48. You can add these all separately if you need to. That's okay. So when I add this up, let's see. Let's switch my color again. That would give me 8 in my ones place, 4, 5, 6 in my tens place, and then 3 in my hundreds place. So 23 times 16 is 368. All right, guys. I gave you 2 of those to try today on your own.